Mr. Mike Logan, y'all. Clap it up! Clap it up! Yeah.
Right. All right. What's happening? Here we are again. Here we are again. Make some noise, man. Make some noise. Make some noise. How I'm gonna pay all these people? This is we sold in. We ain't sold out though. It's straight sold. We should have did this in my house. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's what they was saying. We telling people to buy tickets. I knew y'all was lying. Like, you see what I'm saying? Everybody can say we was inviting everybody. No, y'all wasn't. No, y'all wasn't. I'm telling you, man. We here now. We here. We about to sit down. I'm about to put out the cards. We're gonna play spades, and we gonna do something. Cause we here now, man. We got what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 14, 16, 18. Okay, we got one over the side. Oh, I met her. That's a believer. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. All right. That's what's up. I met her when one person on the street. Boy, I tell you, I had to pull them. I had to go to the job every day and tell them to come. You know, one person, I told her, she said, yeah, I'll show up. I said, really? She was like, yeah. I was like, for real? Dang, we here now, man. We are here. Nick, I appreciate you, man. It's always me and you, man. We might as well go around and just do formal introductions. What's happening? I got some bean stalkers right there, like, you know. Yeah, come on now. All right, yeah. Here we go. All right, yeah. No, I'm not gonna talk about people. I'm just proud that y'all here, man. I'm just happy we here, and we got a journey we about to go on today. Y'all here for it? Ain't no men. Is all the men acting up today? Like, everybody left the dudes at home. Like, that's what's up. All right, no men. Yeah, yo, come on, Miss Ingrid, don't record. Like, you feel me? Just point it at the ground and put like a little emoji or something like that on. Here's a whole nother show after that with 11 people. You see what I'm saying? Like, we gonna do 2 shows. We got 33. Ain't that when Jesus started his ministry? Hallelujah. Like, you see, we are here. We are here, man. All right, this don't affect me at all. When you go back home, be like, y'all met this dude who was famous. You know, just don't tell him. Don't tell him what you seen when you got here. Like, you know, tell him he walked out and he moved on faith. That's what happened. Like, you know, I'm telling you, I got all this stuff set up. I don't even know what's going on. We got all this stuff set up now, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, I think the angels is in the seats. That's what it is. Like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and do it like that. I appreciate everybody coming out, man. Appreciate everybody coming out on this comedy journey, man. I've been doing comedy a long time, man. Almost 10 years this year, man. Doing comedy 10 years, man. You know? I know I don't look like it. I know, but you walk with me now. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've been doing comedy 10 years now, man. I was doing real good, man. Before COVID, I was killing it. You see what I'm saying? You know, before COVID, I was out here killing it, man. The next thing you know, been doing comedy 10 years, you know, and by the grace of God, I would have been doing comedy full time after COVID for 6 full years. You know, yeah. Now I'm an Uber driver. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you know, like that's how I am now. Now people looking at me like y'all showing up like, yeah, it's about to be this big production. Now I look like the dude with the mixtape at the corner trying to get you to buy the mixtape. Like, yo, I promise you I'm fire. Like, and y'all showed up and you was like, this is not fire. Like, you know, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, I was doing good before COVID, man. And then, you know, like, then COVID happened, and then, you know, the steam blew out. Like, you know, like, now it's just like, you know, and it was bad, because we was doing Zoom shows. I was doing shows on Zoom. Like, you see what I'm saying? You know how hard it is to tell people that you famous, you know, and they got access to your house? Like, you know, like, you ever get on Zoom? Like, you ever meet somebody that just ain't quite right? Like, you know, and then that Zoom screen pop on and you can see their whole house. You be like, oh, it makes sense now. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, one of my boys hit me up, was like, yeah, bro, we know you ain't famous. We can tell by how close your TV is to your couch. Like, it's like, rich people don't watch TV like this. That's poverty, sir. Like, you are not famous. I was like, I know. Like, you know, I'm telling you, man, COVID took a lot out of us. I'm glad COVID is over, man. People think COVID ain't over, man. COVID is over. These people still wearing masks. They be like, tell them to quit. Tell them to quit. Like, you get on the bus, people wearing masks, and they this close to you. You're like, bro, that mask ain't holding nothing up. Like, you know how I know COVID is over? Because whenever the vaccine make it public, you see what I'm saying? You ain't got to go to the hospital to get it no more. You know, you can get the vaccine at Popeyes now. Like, you see what I'm saying? You can get the vaccine with a 2-piece and a side of biscuits and gravy. I'm telling you, man. Like, you know, like next thing I'm gonna tell you what's really how you really know, because like when the vaccine make it to the hood. Like, that's how you know whatever they was using it for. Like, you don't need it no more. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I went to Brooklyn, bro. I stepped off the train. Dude walked up to me. He was like, yo, bro, I got Pfizer Kush. I said, what? Like, how did you get the vaccine and weed? How did you do that? Like, I went to the next corner, dude was like, yo, Moderna blow pops. I was like, bro, come on now. Like, the hood dudes is, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Moderna blow pops and Pfizer Kush. Like, how do you get the vaccine and weed? Because if you'd have did that, everybody would have took it during the pandemic. Like, you see what I'm saying? We ain't know what was in it first, but you put it in a blunt, they'd have rolled it up. Like, you see what I'm saying? Whole world have been vaccinated. Like, whole world will be at every corner. You see what I'm saying? Bro, we got strawberry Moderna blow pops, bro. We got sour Kush, Pfizer. I'm telling you, man, I'm glad the pandemic is over though, man. Because I wasn't doing well. I was not doing good during the pandemic, man. I try to learn stuff. Like, anybody, what y'all do with y'all time? Like, people was doing the push-up challenge, people was creating stuff, Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I caught myself trying to start reading during the pandemic at 37. Anybody ever try to pick up a book late in life? Just me? You see what I'm saying? You ever pick up a book, call yourself trying to get smarter and immediately get sleepy? Like as soon as you put it there, you put it right next to the nightstand, like you try to set up the whole evening and stuff like that. You look, oh, this is nice. I remember during the pandemic, we wasn't doing nothing else. My wife came into the room and she was like, what you doing? I was like, I'm reading now. Like, Cause y'all like, oh, I'm reading now. Now pick up that book, immediately get sleepy. You feel me? Like, you open up the book, the first steps to complete your goal, and I just get tired. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, reading was not for me, man. Like, I'm so glad that the pandemic is over, man. We found out a lot about ourselves during the pandemic. We all found out that we was not well. We found out, man, we thought we was good. We thought we was good. We thought we was straight, like I'm strong. And then them doors closed. You couldn't go nowhere. Nowhere. Like, you see what I'm saying? I was going back and forth to the grocery store just trying to see people. Like, you see what I'm saying? I was making so many grocery runs, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, the grocery stores was there. All the people were. It's like Club Western Beef. Like, I was up there. We was waiting that long line. I forgot you was I the only person that got to the front, found out you had to bring your own bag? Like, I was so mad, had to go all the way back to the back, because like, you can't carry produce in your elbows. Like, you see what I'm saying? You need a grocery bag for that. I'm telling you, man. One thing I found out during COVID, man, it was so much death, man. So much death during COVID. You know what I found out? I found out that I don't handle bad news well. I used to think I was the person that if you was doing bad, you came and talked to me. I used to think I was the encourager. I used to think I was the man. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I would make people feel so good about themselves. And I found out that I am not that person. Like, it was so much death. Like, I didn't know how to comfort people. I thought I was cool, man. Like, but now whenever somebody hit me with bad news, I just say the first thing that's on my mind. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I just say the first thing, because I don't know really what to tell people no more. Like, like it's hard. Like, my homeboy, this is a true story. My homeboy hit me up during COVID, told me that his grandmother wasn't doing well, and I try to give him the best advice I can give him. I was like, yo, man, stick in there, man, it's gonna be good, I pray with him and everything like that, man. I gave him encouraging word. Like, he felt good. Like, 2 weeks later, dude hit me up and was like, yo, Mike, my grandmother died. And I was like, dang, is she all right? He was like, she dead. I was like, yeah, but she all right though. Like, I was so shocked. I don't know how to handle like bad news. What I'm supposed to tell him? Like, in the Bible, Lazarus got up. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, maybe she just sleep. Like, in the name of Jesus, wake up. Like, I don't know how to handle bad news. Like, I just say the first thing that's on my mind. Like, people like, number one, like, if you have a friend, like, number one, the Bible says, know those that labor among you. You see what I'm saying? You know who to go to when you want to tell somebody something. You know who you want to go to when you want to give somebody a solution. Don't come to me. I'm not going to give you no good advice. I'm a comedian. You feel me? Everything is funny to me, man. True story. My sister called me one day and told me that my cousin, her house caught on fire because she was frying chicken. Now, if you ever want to shoot a commercial for chicken, like, chicken so good your house go up. You're like you see what I'm saying? Like, she came to me, and then I'm like, well, like, the funny thing is, because when she told me that the house caught on fire, I didn't know what else to say. First thing I said was, well, how many pieces did she cook before it fire? Like, Like, you see, like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. As I'm saying, like, don't come to me with bad news, man. I'm not the person. I'm not the person for bad news, man. Like, you know, we all found out a lot about ourselves, man. Everybody made a whole lot of transitions during COVID, man. A lot of transitions, man. People, you know, some people, you know, did better. You know, some people came up. Some people, like, went down in depression, man. Like, you know, like my sister, she made a big transition, you know. Yeah, she ain't turned into no boy or nothing, though. Yeah. Nah, she didn't. She didn't. Nah. My sister turned woke. That's worse. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, my sister turned woke. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, number one, I'm one of those people, I am totally against the woke community. And I ain't talking about this white woke. You see what I'm saying? They done flipped the word. Back in the day, woke mean those super black power people. You know those people that know everything about every black struggle in America? Like, you know those people? Like number one, if you somebody that know that it's pork and jello, I don't want to be your friend. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to associate with you. Like, don't make me be black on the level that you black. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, all like come up to you and they know all the stuff about news. Like, I don't watch the news. Like, you know, they know every law against black people and they just want to tell you it. You know, you ever meet those people that watch like 10 hours of news and when they meet you, they want to dump everything they just watched on you in 3 minutes? Like, my ears is bleeding. Like, stop this stuff, man. Like, I don't want to hear all this stuff. You know, got a homeboy, like, you see what I'm saying? Always want to talk to me about Trump. But, like, you know, I ain't graduate, so I don't watch the news. I can't tell you the difference between anybody in the government anyways. Like, you know, like, I know a bunch of useless facts. Like, you know, so when you hit me with a fact, I hit you with a fact right back. My boy gonna tell me, yo, did you know that Trump was being investigated for Russian ties? And I was like, no, but did you know Burger King got 3 pancakes for 89 cents? Like, and 10 chicken nuggets for $1.99? That's some news you can use. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to know that news. You want to teach me something, teach me how to fill out an envelope. I still don't know where the send and receive like address go. Like, I still don't know. Like, you know, people they got all these facts. Don't nobody want to run for office, but you got all these facts about everything. Like, I don't want to know that. These woke people gotta be stopped. Like, you see what I'm saying? When I walk out of my house, I don't want to be black on the level 10 every day. It's too hard being black, or like being that black. You see what I'm saying? They just angry at white people. For what? White people brought yogurt to the hood. Like, you see what I'm saying? You know? Like, they bought a lot of stuff here. Why are we still angry at white people? White people ain't scared of us no more. Look how comfortable they are. Like, you see what I'm saying? White people is not scared of us no more. It's twisted that, like, we be out here, oh, right, white people. Like, no, bro, there's juice bars in Brooklyn. There's people jogging with their shirt off. You see what I'm saying? White people's not scared of us no more. Why are we still acting like they scared of us, bruh? They be sitting there, look at them. You know, white people used to have to beef themselves up to come around black people. You know, they sit in the corner, they wouldn't say nothing. Soon as it got loud, they left. Like, you see what I'm saying? Now white people, they come here, they sober. They don't even care no more. I'm gonna watch all of this without being scared. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, man. I'm tired of the woke people, man. The woke people gotta be stopped, man. Like, number one, because like if you woke on a level of that big, like, I just don't want to be your friend. Like, you know, like, it's too tough. Like, you can't eat yogurt. I love yogurt. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I love fried chicken, but I like yogurt too. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, the 10 for 10 Chobani yogurts, like, that's my joint right there. Like, you know? Can't eat the strawberry cream cheese yogurt if you eat black on 10 every day. Like, you can't. It's too much. Like, I just too much. Like, remember, they always want you marching for something. You want you to march. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, march for the rights. Ain't nobody marching for me. Like, ain't nobody marching for me. I owe Con Edison $400. Ain't nobody marching for me. Won't even loan me $5. Like, ain't nobody marching for me. Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm supposed to go out there and march. Like, remember back in the day, you know, when everybody was boycotting H&M? Remember that? Everybody was boycotting because the little boy had the coolest monkey in the jungle. You see what I'm saying? Everybody was against it. I can't believe, you know, let's boycott H&M. You don't shop there no more. I'm not boycotting H&M. Ain't no other place in America you can get a $42 pants shirt combo. I'm not giving that sale up. I'm not giving that sale up because you want to march. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that boy, you know how much that boy made? That little boy made $3 million for that ad. If I was his dad, I'd be right next to him with a gorgeous gorilla shirt. Like, you see what I'm saying? And we'd have paid $6 million. You see what I'm saying? I'm not marching for all these woke people. I can't stand woke people. And the worst thing about woke people is, like, you never really know that they woke until you get in a conversation and it just go left. You be like, hold on, how we get here? how did we get here? Like, you be halfway in a conversation with a woke person before you know what's going on. Like, you know, they never tell you. You just be there. You ain't got no exit strategy. There's nothing to do when they start talking to you. You know, next thing you know, you just hear something about Malcolm X. You're like, hold on. It's not February. It's not February. Don't be talking to me about Black History facts right now. Like, you know, I'll give you some telltale signs, man. Some telltale signs. You know, the next time you walk to somebody, you'll know if they woke or not. Like, you know, like if they got that little piece of hair dreaded before everything else, like they woke. Like you see what I'm saying? Like you about to be halfway in a conversation you don't want. That little one piece of hair that's dreaded right there, usually when we walk around, they smell like incense or something. Like, you know? See, look at you. I told you. We know. She know. I'm telling you. That's what it is. Those woke people gotta be stopped, man. I'm telling you. Like that, if that ain't the telltale sign, if you get in a conversation and they start talking about alkaline water, get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Like, you feel me? Like, come on, bro. Come on. You care about your pH balance. You been drinking faucet water our whole life. And all of a sudden, you talking about it's a pH of 8 right here. Like, you feel me? These people be so backwards, bro. Snort coke, but they vegan. Like, you see what I'm saying? Don't make no sense. Like, none of it makes sense. Like, why? How, Sway? How? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Coke snorting vegans. I'm telling you, man. Whole life be backwards, but I promise, they swear that they just aware about everything. I'm tired of the woke generation, man. I'm tired. You know, they got all this perspective and stuff, man. I'm glad though. Glad we out here back talking to each other, man. We out here, you know, breathing each other's air again, you know. Yeah. I'm glad you rubbing elbows, you know. Yeah, we ironing again. Everybody ironing their clothes, no more sweats. Like, you know, we going outside dressed now. Like, you feel me? You know, I'm glad, man. I'm glad we back out here communicating, you know. Because if COVID didn't show us one thing, COVID should have shown us that we need each other. You know? We need to talk to each other, man. We unity. Like, we need to be together. COVID showed us that if this whole world gets shut down, we are all on the same page. We all on the same common ground. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what color your skin is. You know? That's why we need to communicate, man. You know, because we lost. There's a lost art in this country. Because I'm going to tell you this much. As a country, the United States of America, we have mastered the art of communication. We've mastered it, you know, social media, you know, mail, you know, email, you see what I'm saying? Sending messages to the moon. We have mastered the art of communication, but nobody cares, and we suck at conversation. We suck at the back and forth. Everybody cares about the message there. Don't nobody care about the message back. I'm telling you, I really feel like that's the heart of God right there. He said everybody's sending stuff up, but don't nobody care about the message back. You know? The funny thing is everybody like, ooh, that's deep. Half of y'all the problem. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you look at, oh, that's deep. Half of y'all got unread text messages right now. Right now, it's a 9 on your phone, red. 9 red. You sitting there on your phone because you ain't answering nobody. You see what I'm saying? You ever call somebody that told me to tell you to text them? But like, what? That's why I called you. Like, you know? Why? I'm calling you. That's why I got your number. Like, you see what I'm saying? I hate do not disturb. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. You see what I'm saying? Every time I see somebody do not disturb, I want to kick my phone out the window. Like, you see what I'm saying? I want to come to your house, knock on the door, and yell my message to you because you ain't answering the phone. Like, I can't stand when people's phone is on do not disturb. I'm telling you, man, we don't care about the message back, man. You know, people have substituted talking to people for so many things. Got all these, you ever meet all these spiritual people, you know? Zodiac sign, oh my God, what's your sign? What's your sign? What's your sign? Oh my God, what's your sign? What's your sign? What's your sign? You're Cancer? Oh my God, you're sensitive. Oh my God, it's just your sign. What's your sign? No, my God, I do not do Scorpios. I do not do Scorpios. I can't stand these people that's this whole New York sign thing. And when I got here, I did not know how big the Zodiac signs were. They don't even mean nothing. They're not real. People like, oh my God, yes it is. Like, no, it's not. You know, people be living by those things. You ever see somebody that read a Zodiac sign and you could have told them the same thing that they said the sign mean? My Zodiac sign said, I should look for a job today. Well, your bank account should have told you that. You always need to borrow $20 when we go out. Like, you don't need a Zodiac sign to tell you that. They be all these Zodiac signs, like, this stuff ain't real, man. I'm telling you, man. We need to get back, you know, the spiritual people. Oh my goodness, you know, the moon and the stars and, you know, out here talking to trees, out here breathing grass, like you're sitting there in the air. I'm just so in tune with my energies and my vibranium vibe. And just, I could tell when we first met, just the energy and the levels that you were at, I can tell that we were gonna be a good match, you know? I was reading my zodiac sign, and it said when I walked outside today, it was gonna be a door. And I went downstairs, and there was a door in my house, like, you know? You know? Like, you know? And then I met you, and it was the vibes. It was always the vibes, and the vibes, and then more vibes. And I went out yesterday, and it was vibes. It was vibes on top of vibes, on top of vibes. Like, these people, bro, like, they think like this. I'm telling you, man. Communication, we do not appreciate it no more. We don't appreciate talking to people, man. I feel like we need to go back. We need to go back. That's what COVID was. It was a reset. COVID was a reset. We need to start over. We got to start over. You know why? Because we don't appreciate messages. Because we ain't never done our research. We grew up in this generation where you can text somebody, you can go straight to their house. You know, back in the day, we need to go back to old school methods of communication to build appreciation. Cut all the phones out. We need to go back to Pony Express. We need to go back to Pony Express. We need to go back to delivering messages on horseback. We need to go back to delivering messages on horseback because maybe you would appreciate it then. You know why? You know how long it took to get a message to somebody? You would answer your phone nowadays if you knew that it took 7 days to get a message to somebody. It took 7 days to get a message there. Not only that, it took 7 days to get it back. That's 14 days waiting for somebody's reply. I'm gonna put it in 2023. Imagine, Daria, if you took out your phone, you text your husband, and the bubble on your iPhone did this for 7 days. Just the bubble, just doing this all day, 7 days. Just sitting there 7 days long. Don't let, and it's all women in the crowd. Don't let you be in an argument. Don't let you be in an argument. Be real heated. You see what I'm saying? Imagine if Dwight did something and you send him a text message. You out of town. He on vacation. He ain't answering his phone. Oh my God, Dwight, I can't stand you. Every time I text you, you act like you got something else better to do. I am your wife. I do not deserve this type of treatment. Send 7 days. You sit down, are you pacing? You upset, you mad, you upset. Next thing you know, he started hitting the message back and you start seeing him type. You're like, oh man, he better have something good to say. You so mad, you sent another message just after you got the first one. I just want to let you know, even after 3 years of marriage, I hate your mama. Send 7 days. You pacing, you upset, you know. Next thing you know, he start texting back. You see that message doing this, you know, and next thing you know, you got 1 day left. You get up the next morning, you check your phone, and that text message say, okay. You know how mad you be? You know how mad you be for a 14-day okay? 2 weeks to say okay? You would be heated. You would be heated. I'm telling you. People don't understand how important communication is. Respond to your messages. Remember back, anybody ever watch Little House on the Prairie? Anybody ever watch, you know, Laura Ingalls? It was so uncommon to see people. You had to walk 2 miles to see if your neighbor was home. You couldn't call them. Only way you know they was home is if their candle was lit. Like, you see what I'm saying? If they didn't blow their candle out for the night. You see what I'm saying? Don't let you walk over there to borrow some sugar. You got to walk 2 miles back home without no sugar because everybody sleep. It was so uncommon to see people back in the day. When you met somebody, you had to say, are you friend or foe? She got it. I'm telling you, you didn't even know who was against you, man. We got to make it back, man. We got to make it back, man. I'm telling you, man. I got a whole new perspective on life after COVID. Whole new perspective on life, man. You know? My compassion for people is higher, you know? Because number one, man, this whole country is in recovery. Whole country, you know? If you think about recovery, you know, reason why I named it recovery because the injury is instant. The injury lasts seconds most of the time. Injury lasts maybe a minute, but the recovery process is the longest. It takes forever to recover, That's why you got to wait it out. This country is still in recovery, man. And then the thing of it is, like, I got a whole new perspective on life, man. I got a whole new perspective and a whole new compassion, for less fortunate people and people that's on the come up and stuff. Like I was walking down the street one time and I seen this homeless man. And I locked eyes with this dude, man. And in my head, I was like, man, you know what? I get it. Go ahead, man. Enjoy your life. Like, you see what I'm saying? Just go ahead and rest. Because during COVID, man, I just was tired. You feel me? I just was tired all the time. And sometimes when you so low, it's hard to get back up. It's hard to if you ain't got nobody around you that can really rile you up, you see what I'm saying, to get you and encourage you back to a level, and especially if you don't know Jesus, boy, I'm telling you, it is difficult to get back up. So we need to have more compassion on less fortunate people and homeless people, because that is think about how much it takes to get to zero. You see what I'm saying? Homeless people are below. So to get back to zero, and to, how much documentation you need just to get to zero? When's the last time you went to, when was the last time you had to get a license? You had to stand in that line. You get to the front. I can't stand going to the DMV, the BMV, or whatever they call, whatever the V's are. You got to go in there all the time. You get to the front. You need documentation of everything. You ever get there, you need proof of everything? I'm trying to get proof. Why do I got to show you proof to get proof? You in this long line. I'm sorry, sir. I need proof. Okay, well, here's you can't get your license. You sit there. I'm sorry, sir. Do you have your baby shoe? What do you need my baby shoe for? I'm trying to figure out who you are, sir. I'm here so I can figure out who I am. You see what I'm saying? I don't even know who I am no more. Trying to get this license, and then I'm sorry, sir. You need a Social Security card, and I ain't got no Social Security card. So now I got to go all the way to the Social Security card office, because you can't get a license if you ain't got a Social Security card. And guess what? Can't get a Social Security card if you ain't got a birth certificate. Then you go all the way over to the birth certificate office, and you can't get a birth certificate because you ain't got a license. It's a revolving door. It never ends. You see what I'm saying? So when we look at homeless people, and it's I know why they can't get to the top, because they just doing this. It's like you're going through the MTA escalator. This is all you doing. You just going back around. It's annoying, man. And if that ain't the worst thing, you ever try to go get a library card? Why do I need 7 pieces of documentation to get a library card? Everything in here is outdated, but you need the most updated information for me to rent a VHS tape. Come on, bro. Come on, man. This country, man, I'm telling you, man, this country, I'm telling you, it's going out of whack. We need to do something, man. We need to do something. I'm gonna tell you the funniest people. That's why I never really, I'm for real. I really don't watch the news for real, whole lot. It's the same. Everything's the same, man. I'm a comedian. If I watch the news, it's gonna be the crack jokes. That's it. You ever meet these people that just be so mad at the government? They supposed to do stuff? You meet these people, I can't stand. You ever see these streets? You see the streets? Why don't they get the streets together? Because it's a trick. They ain't fixing nothing. These highways be broke for ages. You see what I'm saying? And they be telling me, well, I never put my trust in the government. I know how the government works. I'm gonna give you some truth. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody here, we pretty much know. You ever meet those uppity people always talking about the government, what it's supposed to be, what they supposed to be doing. They go and vote with their happy face. I'm not saying vote don't work. But voting don't work. I'm not saying it don't work. I'm not saying it don't work, but it don't work like we think it work. You see what I'm saying? I don't never trust the government. I'll be honest with you, the only people that really put their whole trust in the government is people that ain't never had a stepdad. That's the truth. That's the truth. You ain't never had a stepdad. We understand the government. You know why? Because the government ain't nothing. This country is a girl, and the government ain't nothing but a girl who just keep on dating. She just keep on dating. Every 4 years, she just keep on dating. She break up one person, she go with another person. You see what I'm saying? And my mom had 5 husbands, so I had a lot of stepdads. You see what I'm saying? Had a lot of, don't put it like that. Y'all teens was wild. I ain't on there trying to hear that. You feel me? Everybody in here had a moment. We all had a little moment. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I don't trust the government. I had a bunch of stepdads. Now I'll tell you this much: stepdads, they always mean well, but they don't always do well. You see what I'm saying? They come in like they about to change the whole trajectory of the house. You see what I'm saying? They get in there and them kids, you be like, them kids. You see what I'm saying? They be like, I ain't know it was this. Like, you start dating the mom, you forget the kids come with it. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like the toy at McDonald's. I only bought the burger and the fries, and I got to get the toy, and the toy running around calling me. You know, and the funny thing is that's why people so mad at Joe Biden. They mad at Joe Biden like he could do something. You know, they was mad at him, you know, because of COVID. And COVID was going to be what it was. Like, you know, people mad at the president. He could have did something. Maybe he couldn't have. Like, you know. But I understand how the government works. You see what I'm saying? The country ain't nothing. This country ain't nothing but a person dating, you know? She just dating. She need to make her mind up. That's like, put it like this. This is a girl that just be running. Why can't us as a people just keep one president until we tired of him? Wouldn't that make more sense? Wouldn't that make more sense just to elect one president and then until he mess up, we could just keep him? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, we got to get one every time the world say we got to get one. Like, you see what I'm saying? I know how presidents work, you know? They don't always do well, but they mean well. They mean well, man. That's why we so mad now, because we ain't found nobody we liked since Obama. Every woman in here is dating right now, but it's one dude that you still remember. That was your Obama. And everybody looking for that Obama in the other relationship. Other guy can be Scott. He could be 100% great, but he ain't no Obama. Like, you see what I'm saying? I don't know what he did in your last relationship. I don't know what happened. You know, maybe he brought you flowers every Tuesday, you know, something like that. Some of y'all get a little crazy. I don't know, I ain't gonna ask, you know, but I'm saying, like, you know, that's what's wrong with the country, because Joe Biden doing the best he could do, but all he kept hearing is, you ain't my daddy. That's all he hearing. That's what he hearing in his head. Everybody talking about Obama, and all he hear is, you ain't my father. Like, you know how hard that hurt? I ain't never been a stepdad, but I know that gotta hurt somewhere. It gotta hurt. Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like, I really know that stepdads do mean well, man. You know? They come in here, they make a lot of promises. This just like presidents. Presidents make a lot of promises. They get in here and tell you, oh, we're going to fix taxes. We're going to raise this. We're going to fix that, you know? And because I had a stepdad, as soon as I start hearing that stuff, I'm like, you ain't doing none of that. Like, I know. I had a stepdad. He came in. Like, he tricked us to... I got a story for y'all. True story. Can't make this up. My stepdad, I'm telling you, he came in like Superman. You feel me? But I should have seen the manipulation early in the relationship. You know, he came in, he met my mom. Been dating her, but you know, now it's time to introduce him to the kids. Like, you know, she introduced him to us. Guess what he did? First day he met us, guess what he did? He took us to a theme park. That's a trick. That's a trick. That's a trick. You trying to win my trust. You know I've been without father for years. Like, you know? So you come in and give me the biggest dream first. You done won me. He won me. He won me over. That's a trick. If you ever let a man do that to y'all kids, I will come over and beat him up personally. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because it's not right. Like, you know? And after that, like I'm telling you, right after he did that, he started falling off. Started falling off after that, man. I'm gonna tell you a true story. When we was young, we was real poor. My mom had married a stepdad. He came in giving us the biggest dreams. And then he started falling off. Stuff started going back to normal. Me and my brother could only get one pair of shoes every 6 months. And they could only be $50. My mom really wasn't working. Shoes can only be $50. When she met my stepdad, it bumped it up to $80. So we was in the money now. Like, you see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you this much. So I'm telling you that to let you know that me and my brother was looking forward every 6 months to these shoes. Stepdad came in and said, yo, let y'all spend $80. He made us a promise. We held on to it. Just like presidents. Held on to this promise. Shoe day come, it's circled on the calendar. Me and my brother are excited. I'm talking about, we done put out all the magazines, Lazarus, East Bay, all these JCPenney catalog. We done tore out the page. We done circled these shoes. I'm telling you, and you know how kids are. We so excited. We holding on to this page all day. We eating cereal with this page. We done slept with this page because we getting these shoes. Like, we excited, bro. We are so excited, man. We done held on to this. Next thing you know we supposed to get these shoes. So me and my brother, we playing a video game. playing the video game. We excited. You know, we start talking stupid. Oh, I'm getting these. Oh, I'm getting these. You know, I might let you wear mine. Oh, I don't want to wear yours because I'm going to wear mine. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so we doing all this stuff. We having so much fun. I'm telling you, man. And we sitting there back and forth. And next thing you know, it's like 3 o'clock. So we like, all right, cool. We about to go. You know, we still going. We playing the game. It gets about 6 o'clock. We don't know what's going on. So we still got hope, though. We holding on to this faith. I still got this. I ain't letting this page go. You see what I'm saying? Next thing you know, it get about 8 o'clock. And then you know, it start getting dark outside. So the next thing we know, we start getting sad. We like, well, what's going on? Like, you know, but we still got that little ounce of hope. I'm telling you, we still got that little bitty ounce of hope, man. I'm telling you, it's 8 o'clock. Next thing you know, it's 9:30. We like, man, you know what? Maybe we ain't getting these shoes, man, you know? Maybe we not getting these shoes, man. So we done put the page down. Next thing you know, we hear that little ounce of hope. Our stepdad start walking up the stairs. We getting excited. He come to the room. He peeked his head in the door, and he said, y'all ready? Me and my brother turned to each other. We said, ready? It's 10 o'clock. All right, well, we gonna trust him. Next thing you know, we get in the car. We driving. It's dark outside, so we really don't know what's going on. Like, you know, we don't know where we going because all the shoe stores closed. Foot Locker closed. You see what I'm saying? Finish Line closed. Like all the shoe stores is closed. Like we don't live in New York. Ain't no off-brand stores. These are all the chain stores. Like you see what I'm saying? So we driving down the street. We seeing everything. Next thing you know, bro, we pull up to Walmart. We look at each other and say, Walmart? So we thinking in our head, like, you know, maybe my mom told him to pick something up. Next thing you know, he take us inside of Walmart, and then he gonna look at us and say, get what you want. We said, get what you want. And that's what these presidents do. They promise the country the world, and they take us to Walmart. That's why I don't trust no presidents. They just like stepdads, man. Never put your trust in no president. They not right, man. I'm telling you, man. Stand. Like I'm saying, I watch the news. Like, I know what you gonna do, man. Like, you know. Telling you though, man. Glad we here though, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm glad y'all here, man. Y'all that small crowd, but we out here. You know? Yeah. Yeah, man. And my personal recovery, man. It's one of the things, man, because I'm like, the thing is about I'm gonna teach my kids about government and stuff like that. You know, number one, because I wasn't like I crack jokes on the government and I crack jokes about, you know, like voting and stuff like that, because I never was smart enough to know anything about it. You know, and anything you really don't know about for real, you always make jokes about. You crack about, like, you know, because you're ignorant to it, and it's too hard to learn at 37. All these municipal courts and all this stuff, the branches, I don't know this stuff. Like, you see what I'm saying? You ever see, if somebody start talking about news, I will back up. I'll be like, okay, that's what's up. I got to be over here real quick. Like, you start talking about the government. I don't know nothing about the government. Like, you see what I'm saying? But I have to teach my kids better, because now I got 2 kids, man. Got 2 kids, so I have to teach them stuff, man. You know? I have to make sure that they good, man, because I'm telling you, man, like I just don't want my kids to end up in therapy like me, man. Don't want my kids to end up in therapy, man. Therapy was rough. Phew. Tell you ever had to go to therapy, man, you would notice, man, that therapy is like one of them things where it's like, it get worse before it get better. Like, it be in there digging up in your soul. Like, I'm saying, like, this lady asking me questions I ain't got no answers to. Like, you see, like this lady, like to this day, this lady asked me one question I still cannot answer. This lady gonna ask me, like, when is the last time that you seen your mother and father together? I was like, what? It's like, number one, I'm from the hood. They don't even start off together. Like, you see, most of our parents met at the club. Like, you see what I'm saying? One night, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, he pick you up every now and then. Like I'm telling you, man, like I don't never see my parents together. Like, I never see them together. Like, she messed me up with that, because I would have to go back. Like, hold on, let me see, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8 years old. Nah, he wasn't there then. Like, 9. Like, you see, like, I really went back. Like, you see what I'm saying? And now I'm noticing that, like, a lot of therapy is like digging back in your mind, trying to figure out why you this way. You know? You know, but between like, you know, like mental health and just like your mind blocking it out because of it was so painful, like you really can't really figure this stuff out. Like I was sitting there like, dang, like I'd never seen my dad. Like I didn't even know what this dude looked like. You see those? I went to my dad's funeral in 2012, you know? It's so funny because I went because my sister, she found our dad. Like, you see what I'm saying? She found our dad when I think I was in college, so I was like 20. No, I take that back. I was in high school. She found our dad when I was like 18 years old. You know, I'm telling you, she meant well, but she messed me up. I'm talking about I went to school, and I came back, and she was like, look. I'm looking like, what, you order pizza? What he still doing here? Like, you know? I'm like, bro, like, why would you do that to me? Like, you see what I'm saying? Why would you bring my dad? Like, it was like you ain't hit towards, I got a big surprise for you. You could at least did that. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, don't just pop up with somebody's daddy. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's rude. Like, you like, they just pop up with somebody's dad. I'm 20. I'm almost 20. And you popping up with my dad? Like, how you just gonna pop up with my dad, bro? Like, you ain't testing me with no phone call. You ain't put a picture up like, hey, do you remember who this is? Like, there's so many clues. So many things you could have did to tell me before you brought him here. Like, and I'm sitting here talking to I look at this dude and I'm like, I didn't even know what my initial thoughts was. I don't even know what they were, you know? I just knew this dude that I had never seen was sitting on my sister's couch and I didn't know what to do with that. Like, you know? I didn't know what to do with that, man. Therapy is tough, man. Therapy is super tough, you know? Because the funny thing is, man, I was reading this book, and the book said to go down your family roots or something like that. Like I think it said, like, what's the events surrounding your birth? That's what it said. So I didn't know, so I called my mom. And I said, Mom, what's these events surrounding my birth? And no lie, funniest story I've ever heard. And my mama said, I hadn't seen your dad in 30 days. When I gave birth to you, he popped up the next day. Y'all not laughing. I was born in 85. Wasn't no Instagram. Like, you see those? How did he know I was here? Like, he was in the middle of smoking crack. Like, I think my son here. Hold on, let me just... How do you just know? How do you just get an epiphany that your son is here? Like, how do you do that? Like, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Like, and she said, you know, he held you, he stayed at the hospital for 2 days, and I never seen him again. My mama never seen my dad again until she was with her new boyfriend. She was in a car counting rent money. My dad was on drugs, snatched the money, and ran. How would you feel if your ex-husband, you about to go pay rent, he pop up out the pavement, snatch your $300 and just run? Like, you see what I'm saying? And she never seen him again. Like, what? Like, my dad was the definition of a real Rolling Stone. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, he really, like, no lie. I cannot make this story up. This is some true stuff, y'all. I'm telling you, man. It's crazy. So now this is the type of stuff that I'm dealing with in therapy, man. Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm dealing with this type of stuff in therapy. And my biggest thing now is, man, what I'm trying my hardest not to do is not try to spoil my kids in the area that I was deficient in. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of parents, like, we do that. Like, we all grow up struggling, whether you're a single mom, whether you're a single dad, whether you're raising somebody. Like me, like, one of the things I messed up at, I'm completely honest with this, I messed up. When my first son was born, I spent no time with him because we was broke my whole life. So I was chasing dreams, trying to get money. But while I was trying to bring money in the house, he was deficient on love. Like, you see what I'm saying? I spent no time with him, you know? Broke my heart. Tell him, took him to school. I'm looking in the glass window. I'm happy that my son is in school. And I look down. Everybody eating with a spoon. My son can't eat with no spoon. I'm like, Jesus, I ain't teach him how to eat with a spoon? Like, I could at least tell him how to eat a spoon. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, that probably took me 8 days best. Like, you know? I'm like, I could have leave. Like, you see what I'm saying? So, like, we missed the areas, like, that we could have did, man. Like, you know, and it's all because it's like now, I will say this. Like, now, doing better in life. You know, I'm doing good with my kids. You know, I spend a little bit of time. My 8-month-old, I hold him for like at least an hour down. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's hard, y'all. Like, he at the squiggle stage where he just doing all of this stuff. Like you see what I'm saying? He turn around. Like, you know, like, it's too much. Like, you know, I'm doing good now, though. You know, like, and the reason why, like, because now I'm at a stage where, like, I want my kids, I want them to know struggle, but I don't want them to go through struggle. Like, does that make sense? Like, yeah, I don't want to raise no soft kid. Like, you see what I'm saying? He mad because somebody talked about him. Like, you know, like, I was so happy when I picked him up 3 months ago and they told him he smacked somebody. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, but don't do that. But don't do that, though. Like, it's like, I'm okay. He done learned something. Like, he might not have a spoon, but he'll make your face look like one. Like you see what I'm saying? Like, I was so happy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a little bit happy. Like, you know, because as parents, we want our kids to know struggle, but we don't want them to go through struggle. Like, you know, and it hit me every day that my sons are really growing up. And this is so bad that this is like a good thing is so bad, but he really growing up in a good household, and I'm mad. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because I'll go home and he just be smiling too much. Like, I was so homeless, and now this dude just walk around just happy all the time. It's just like what you so happy for, bro? I just want to hit him. Like, what you mad? Like, you know, he got Christmas presents. He be having birthday parties. He got 2 parents. I be like, bruh. But I don't want to give him the life. Like, you see what I'm saying? So I'm really mad at myself for being a good dad. Like, ain't that? This is some real, like, this is therapy for me on this stage with y'all. Like, you know? It's crazy, bro. It's really nuts because I'm giving him this great life and I don't want him to have it. Like, you know, it's like, why are you better than me as a kid? Like, you... I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, why are you better than me? But he is, man. Like, you know, our kids are supposed to succeed farther than us, man. You know, I'm telling you, man. It was good though. You know, I tell you one thing because I want it like this. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. These 2020 kids, these COVID babies, they ain't not. These kids, these 2020 kids is not soft. They are growing up. The first generation X-Men in real life. I'm trying to tell you. You think about it. They ain't see no people, but they can recognize everybody from the nose up with just a mask on. Like, you see, that's a superpower. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, these kids is good. Like, you know? Like, I used to want my son to really know struggle, man. You know, so during COVID, because he grew up in such a good life, like, I would take the ramen noodle packet, the dust, and I put it in his bottle and I shake it up. It's like, Hold on. Because you might not know struggle, but you gonna taste it. Like, you gonna taste that chicken flavored breast milk. You gonna taste it. Woo! I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Like, I know my son got to know something about some struggle, man, you know. But then one day he made me happy, bro. He was taking a bath and he flipped over and he drunk like a whole belly full of bath water. And I was like, now you a hood baby. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you got that New York water in your belly, all that lead. Like, woohoo! You might as well wash it down with some Flaming Hots or some Takis or something like that. Like, woo! You definitely gonna know that. You gonna know something about it. I'm telling you, man. I made a lot of mistakes, man. You learn a lot of this stuff while you're recovering, though, man. Because I will say this, though, man. One of my biggest things that I'm so grateful for, man. I'm so grateful for my wife, bro. I'm telling you. So grateful for my wife, man. Because she be putting up with this, y'all. She put up with this. She be putting up with me, man. You know, and like, you know, I tell her myself, I didn't really do that well as a husband in the beginning either, you know? Didn't really do that well. But ladies, there's hope. I'm trying to tell you, there's hope. You know, we ain't all terrible. Sometimes you just got, you like, the stress of being a man is just tough sometimes, man. You know? Never forget, man, me and my wife was here, man, you know, I stopped drinking. You know, I told my wife that I wanted to stop having sex until we got married. Like, you know, I cut it all off, and you find yourself trying to do the right thing. You see what I'm saying? And nobody prepare you for life, you know? And it's tough on your mental when you don't feel like you're the provider that you're supposed to be, because only women, sometimes they only see the provision that you do like cash-wise. My wife was never that, but here we go again with the same trauma. Like all I know is the provider. I don't really know the compassion person. I don't know that yet. I'm still learning that, you know? One of the worst times of my life, man. Gave my life to Christ, got baptized, me and my wife was married. Everything was going good. Then we got kicked out. We got kicked out of our apartment. Had nowhere else to go. You have not known. You ain't never felt failure until you look over at your wife in a car crying because we got a U-Haul attached to our car with nowhere to go. It was the roughest thing ever, man. I'm looking over her and I'm trying to figure out, you know, like how we gonna make this work. I literally drove her to Manhattan with a U-Haul to drop her off at a job where she making $50,000 a year. I ain't making nothing. Chasing this comedy dream, trying to do, you know, everything, you know. And I didn't do my due diligence as a husband, you know. My wife, you know, I always wanted her, you know, just to have confidence and be bold and, you know, stuff like that. And you know, she tried to be, you know, but like if you don't got the encouragement of your husband, you know, that's a big part of why you feel the way you feel. You know, I wasn't, you know, really playing my role, man. You know, so I should have just did certain things, you know, like men, like, you know, something, you know, one of us here. I talk to you, man. You get, you know. We get women, we gotta make them feel good, you know, smack them on the butt, even if they ain't got one. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, make them feel good. Make them feel good. So I know my role now. You see what I'm saying? I'm 10 for 10 on butt smacks a day. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to tell, because the funny thing is like, my wife ain't really need no encouragement from me. Like, she really didn't. Like, because I used to tell her, like, she used to be like, oh, man, you know, I just want to be more confident, and, you know, I want to be more courageous, and I want to be more bold in my life. And I was like, babe, you the one of the most bold women that I know. You know, I ain't got nothing to do with looks or character or anything. Like I do the laundry, and you got 10 pair of white drawers. Like, that's the most confidence I've ever seen in my life. Like, you see what I'm saying? White underwear? Anybody here still wearing white? Like, you see what I'm saying? I don't wear white drawers no more. That's why the good Lord invented cream, because we couldn't handle white. Like, he had to invent an off color. You see what I'm saying? Because we was tearing white up. Like, you see what I'm saying? You ever get humbled and go to a hotel room thinking you clean, lay down, and there's soup stains on your pillow? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, the funny thing is like, you know, after almost 5 years of marriage, them drawers is still white. I be like, how? Like, how do you do that? Like, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes I walk down 3 steps and white is no longer white sometimes. Like you see what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You see what I'm saying? I be trying to, man. I'm telling you, man. You know, we used to argue a whole lot, man, when we first got married. We used to argue a whole lot. I'm gonna tell you the biggest argument. We used to argue over Mikey, you know, and I'm probably the reason why, you know, he gotta, you know, he is the way he is right now. Because, you know, I'm a comedian, so everything to me just don't make sense. Like, you know, everything, like, I make jokes out of everything. Like, number one, I'm gonna tell you, this is a true story. This is the longest argument we probably ever had. Like, you know, we argued one day because Buddy was in the living room. This is when he was like 1.5. And, you know, my wife, she always wanted the best for him. I should have listened to her, because he probably would have been smarter I'm telling you, he probably would have been, because I'm telling you, she had all the right ideas. I just never listened. Like, you know, one day we sitting down, and I'm like, she's like, put a program on for him. I'm like, for what? Like, you know, just put on whatever, you know. She's like, no, put on Leapfrog. And I'm like, for what? She's like, because it teaches him numbers, his colors, and his shapes. Like, you know. And I ain't hear nothing else. I just heard shapes. And I'm like, why are we still teaching kids shapes? Like, you know, like I just don't get it. Look at all the teachers like, oh, well, what you mean you won't teach shapes? Like, you know, like, you know, like I just don't understand why we still failing kids, because they don't know shapes. Like at the age of 37, I have never used shapes in my everyday life. When's the last time you got up and was like, you know what, I want to go to Mike's comedy show, but I'm going to find a door. I don't know what a square is. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when's the last time you used shapes in your everyday life? Like, you know, can anybody name more than 10 shapes? Anybody? Anybody know what a scalene is? Anybody? If you're a person that live your life by shapes, then ordering pizza mess you up. You know why? Because when you get it delivered, it's a box. And you open it up, and then it's a circle. And then you pull it out, it's a scalene. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, Why are we teaching kids shapes? Teach them how to fill out an envelope. 37, I still can't figure it out. I don't know where the addresses go. Like, this is real. Like, I'm telling you. I don't know how to deliver no packages. I can tell you how to receive, though. You see, I was ordering mad stuff during COVID. Like, you see, unemployment was hooking us up. Like, I'm telling you, man. But yeah, man. I knew, like, you know, you marry somebody and you really don't know that they really in it with you, you know? I know my wife is really in it with me, you know? November 4th, 2020, went through the darkest time of my life, you know? Went to the psych ward, man. It's one of the scariest times of my life because I didn't know what was going on. To this day, I still don't know a whole lot. I do know God brought me out, though. By the grace of God, I'm up here telling these jokes, man. Back normal, we laughing, you know. It wasn't funny then. It's funny now, though. I went to the psych ward. I'm telling you, man, it's funny because I'm going to tell you this much about the psych ward. If you ever in your life feel like you crazy, go to the psych ward. You will find out that you went too far. You're like, hold on, like, like, you know, crazy is in there. Like, it's there. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, I was like, Mo, man, I took a step too far. Like, you feel like I ain't as far as I thought I was. You feel me? I went in there. It was a whole different story. Like, you see what I'm saying, man? I ain't know what in the world was going on, man. Like, you know, like, the thing about, you know, the mental health, you know, and all that stuff is like, it's silent, man. You know? I found out the biggest reason why I went there was because I had an implode. Like, you know? I didn't really, you know, explode, you know, like I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, we all got a little bit, you know, problems, you know, stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you the healthy people is the people that cuss you out. You feel me? You feel the people that just cuss you out, they good. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because they let it all out. Like, you see what I'm saying? I love those people. You see them, they take exactly how they feel. You know, they let it all out. But those people that's silent, that go back, that's dealing, them is the people that we gotta pay attention to. I was one of those people. I was always the people making everybody laugh, always the people that was encouraging. I was always that person, but I never talked about my problems. And when you don't talk about your problems, it's just a big buildup. It's all it do. And it explodes in the inside. Like, you know? So that's why we really gotta take care of ourselves, man. Because I'm telling you, man, like, I'm gonna tell you the worst part about it was, like, I'll walk you through the whole story. Like when I got up that morning, I knew something was off. I was hearing voices. I was trying to figure out what in the world was real, what was fake. I didn't know what was going on, you know? I knew something was wrong because I sat down on the couch and I just was staring at the clock. And it was at that moment that I really knew that something was off. Because that clock don't even work. I'm sitting on this couch 2 hours. This clock do not work. I knew something was up. I'm like, you know what? I am not well. I had to go tell my wife. Now let me pause the story right there. Y'all put a push pin right there before I'm gonna go tell my wife. Women, every woman in here that's dating somebody, y'all all got something that your man do that you cannot stand. Yes. The funny thing is it be the smallest thing, but they magnify it. They magnify it. You see what I'm saying? They make it feel like it's so big. My wife's thing, I leave the microwave door open. I don't know. Like, I don't know why I do it. I don't know why I do it. It's accident. Every time I warm something up, I feel like I close it. I leave cabinets open. But she really cannot stand when I leave the microwave open. So press play on the story again. I go tell my wife. I'm going through the worst morning that I ever had in my life. I go to my wife and I say, babe, something's wrong. I'm hearing voices. True story. You know what she said? Did they tell you to close the microwave? going crazy. All you care about is the microwave door open, bro. Put yourself aside real quick. I'm so mad, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't getting no help. I'm supposed to come to my helpmate to get some help. All you care about is the microwave door. But you know what? I'm going to go back where everything makes sense. I sit on the couch, sit there for another 2 hours and stare at the clock. You see what I'm saying? Because the clock care about me right now. You see what I'm saying? It's not moving. It's like, I see you, Mike. I see you. We going to work through this together. I'm like, thank you, one. I'm sitting there going through the worst day of my life. All my wife cared about is a microwave door, man. I'm telling you, man. I ended up getting diagnosed with psychosis. Psychosis was like, you know, like when you just you got anxiety, like you paranoid. You feel like people after you and stuff like that, man. And it was like the worst day of my life. I was going through the kitchen. I'm throwing out everything. I'm throwing out, like, I think everything's demonic. I throw out, you know, like all the food in the cabinets. I box all the books up. Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm going through the worst day of my life. And the funny thing is my wife is so loyal. This is the wrong time to be loyal. I'm crazy. I'm throwing everything out the house. She right behind me with the pizza sauce. Where you want to put this at, babe? She right behind me throwing stuff out. I'm like, you supposed to be regular. I'm out here crazy, and you got the pizza sauce in your hand. You see what I'm saying? Why? Why ain't you snapping me back into reality? She's like, you seem so normal. I threw the whole house out. Threw the whole house out, bro. Like, what you mean? How I'm normal? I done threw everything out. Done threw everything out, man. You see what I'm saying? End up taking my family on a whole journey. My son, man, all he had on was a pamper. I'm so gone. I feel like everybody's after us. Like when you make it to a place that dark, all you trying to do is to get to a safe place. I told myself that I was gonna drive to Ohio, to my mama's house. I tell my wife, put on your coat, get the baby together. I'm talking about we got a wallet. The baby is in a diaper, wrapped in a blanket. I ain't nobody's Moses. Like, you see what I'm saying? Why wrapping this baby up like this? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, pastor's at the front door. I'm rushing out of there. Let's get out of here. You feel me? They after us. Like, you know, my wife like, what in the world? We get in the car. No lie, y'all. I'm so gone. I think everything is demonic. I stare at one spot on the window all the way. I'm driving 1 hour looking at one spot. I'm looking at traffic. I'm so gone in my head. I can still remember it. It ain't nothing. I'm telling y'all, bro, about the grace of God that I'm still here. Nothing but the grace of God. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm sitting there, I'm driving, and next thing you know, I'm throwing everything out the windows. I threw my wallet out, all the credit cards. Next thing you know, thank you, Lord, because, you know, when the enemy come in like flood, the Lord, he raised the standard. We ran out of gas on the New Jersey Turnpike. 5 o'clock traffic. It's cars speeding past us. I'm talking about speeding past us, y'all. Next thing you know, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, Lord gonna rescue us. I'm going. You feel me? So these dudes got out the car, stopped traffic, and was like, do y'all need help? I would not talk to them. I wouldn't get out the car. I'd never seen so many people unify. They pushed our car all the way over to the side. Traffic kept going. I was so paranoid, I told us to stay right there. We sat in our car for 6 hours. 6 hours. Trying to figure out, you know. But the thing is, I'm here to tell you the enemy plays on your desire to please God. All I wanted to do was please God. That's it. You know, he plays on that. You know, so I'm sitting there and he bringing all these thoughts to my mind, man. I'm telling you, man, like, and I didn't know what to do. I'm just sitting there waiting for a rescue, you know, and the Lord, he sent somebody, man. He sent somebody. He sent this police officer. Police officer come to the door. Knock on the door, my wife crying, she holding the baby, she's sitting there, and he's like, sir, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. You know, he's like, sir, are you all right? I'm like, he look at my wife and say, ma'am, are you fine? She's like, no. She's like, we need help. And she says, sir, he started looking me up. He said, sir, is your name Michael Logan? And I said, yes. He said, do you live at 1973 Chatterton? And I said, yes. He said, sir, you left the microwave open. Like, it's Yo, that's my time. I'm Mike Logan, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for coming out, bro.
Mike Logan, everybody. Mike Logan! We've made it to the end. I've been your host, Eugene T. Barnes. Y'all get home safe. Good night. It's only 8:30. Y'all better not go to bed. Good night.